from New York,
Hey,
Renee
it's
Leonard.
Renee Leonard here.
Oh my
Okay, we
God.
did
Speaking of
this.
cannabis, I missed Crafty Kirsty last night. Did you go?
Of course I did. Of
Okay. Was
course
it
I did.
awesome?
It was great. It was
Uh,
great.
I need that. I need it. I got
Yes,
it.
I do think that everybody needs that. A little bit art therapy and definitely a little bit of Kirsty.
She her bubbling. Okay, everybody, if you don't know about our other cannabis, Kirsty Chadsey of Women Empowered Cannabis Advocates Network, shout out Kirsty Chadsey. She's holding a Crafty Kirsty art, elevated art. It doesn't have to be elevated, but elevated art like series where she's, re-experiencing herself as a former scrapbook store owner, crafty person, and art therapist. Couldn't be more here for it, except for that I'm never there for it because I keep missing it. So if
Yeah,
you're in
well,
that boat with us and you want to talk, hey, that's our lives. Shout out Kirsty, our other cannabis. But what are we here for? Nevada. We're here for Nevada. We're here for Rep USA 2026. Welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you so much. Who are you? You're a cannabis advocate in America or maybe Canada. You're looking for hoodies like this because this is something you'd wear. Can I tell you a story, Renee, about this week?
please do.
Okay, well, maybe it was last Saturday, but I was wearing my iLeaf CA t-shirt underneath like an over sweater and some sweats, and I'm at the YMCA with my 7-year-old's basketball game. And another mom there who coincidentally has joined my Get Baked with Michelle baking class.
That's fun.
Yeah, she's joined
That's
baking
fun.
class to learn how to bake with freshly milled flour and diverse whole grains. More on that later. And so we're talking, and I said, yeah, it's going great with Rep Your State of Mind, my campaign this year, Rep USA. It's so fun for me. I'm going around a virtual road trip across America. And this week was like Nevada, or what did I say? Last week was Oregon, right? So like she goes, and I'm wearing my shirt, and she goes, oh yeah, that's your shop. So you wear that like all the time?
Yes. Yes, we do
Yes,
actually.
yes, I do. Actually, yes, this is what I wear all the time for so many reasons. Right, Renee? Like, name some reasons why you wear this all the time, right? Like,
To be warm. No.
I mean, yes, it's cozy.
Yes,
Let's not deny
definitely to be
it.
warm, but it's a conversation starter, especially when you're amongst the parents, right? I mean, it's important. Obviously, it helps being in a legal state. I think once New York jumped that line to the legality, I was like, oh, yes, okay, let's do this because now I can talk about it. I don't have to hide anything. Let's go.
Absolutely. When your phone's doing stuff when you're on a live.
I hope I turned mine on Do Not Disturb. I jumped on so quick.
Oh, oops. Yeah, I might not have made that move. So once again, like just talking about rep your state of mind and the value of it and why the people who wear it choose to. So I mean, I as in almost any business, whenever you start a business, it's like you kind of come to realize it's about you and your preferences and just creating more community around the thing you like and believing, knowing that people like what you like. When it's a little innovative idea or when it's tech, maybe that's easier to understand. Maybe like this choice is harder to understand, but not really because after I started Rep Your State of Mind, I started looking around at everybody's clothing choices, and this is a choice that everybody makes. Everybody wants to represent their team, their work, the things, the hobbies they're into with
I'm going to tell a
cash,
story. So, yeah. So, their beer.
their
I
beer.
went to a little league game one time wearing this. This was like when I started. I was new to the Rep Your State of Mind game, and I showed up to the little league game, and then I realized what I was wearing, and I looked down, and I was like, oh my god, I'm at a little kids game wearing pot. Like this is weed. Like I feel like a loser right now, right? Like so, I'm texting Lindsay actually, and I'm like, Lindsay, I'm wearing this hoodie. And she's like, can you do me a favor? I said, yeah. She goes, look around in the stands. And I said, okay. She's like, what do you see? Sure. Somebody was wearing a beer shirt at a little league game. And that's an age restricted product, right? Like there's no
Correct.
difference in the lifestyle. And as soon as she said that, I walked right up, went into the stands, and I was fine.
Yes.
So, that goes back to making the conversation and being more comfortable with the whole idea of it. But yeah, it's no different than advertising for your beer, right? Like I'd much rather wear this than Coors Light or whatever it is people are drinking these days.
Yeah, and it's not like I've never had a beer, okay, people? Like, and
Right.
like as if that's a big important thing for a little league mom to have never had a beer or not have any kind of cannabis. Like, that's not important.
No.
What's important is normalizing and destigmatizing and representing. And when she said that, I was like, you know what? It's so funny. Yes, I do wear this all the time out of preference for my goals in life. I want to represent this lifestyle and help with normalization, help with destigmatization, help people like you. If I was at the game and you showed up, you would be matching.
Yeah.
There would be no worries. You'd come sit by me and be like, hey,
Oh,
rapper.
we'd have some good conversation.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and that's the kind of acceptance and connection and joy that I want reppers everywhere to feel and everybody to feel. Like there's no need really to have these distinctions. It's more just like celebrate everyone's differences and be curious. That's why my other business I think is kind of curious coaching. It's like it's important to be curious and not judgmental, curious and tolerant. Today's national walkout day. It's very important to be curious, tolerant, understanding, and want connection. Let's just acknowledge that. And I think the more willing we are to be authentically ourselves out in the world and be vulnerable to the opportunity for people to accept us, because that also gives them the opportunity to reject us. You know what I mean? And we're fearful of that. But what happens more often, like either neutral or acceptance? I almost never get anything like, even what she said is completely not negative, and she's a customer. Okay, so like,
Yeah. Right. Nobody's gonna say anything bad. Nobody's gonna be knocking you down. It goes back to the conversation of assuming people have the best of intentions.
it is a smart idea, I think, to assume good intent. It isn't street smart. My warrior Michelle brain is kind of like, nah, girl, be more smart, more street smart than that. Okay, is that good, or should I maybe be more like humanitarian than that? Let's decide.
Somewhere in the middle.
Right. Well, Nevada was a good week. I mean, these are good stories, and this is why we rep and what it means to us. Um, I know from starting Rep Your State of Mind how much it means to Renee Leonard, for example, who bought 5 sweatshirts, like like right getting started. She was my biggest repper. So as a business owner, like when you're pleasing your customers, that's you're doing a good job. They want to rep too, and like that helped me so much. You and everybody that are my customers, and then we're strong now. You know what I mean? Like I've been in business for 3 years and it's not zero sales. As a matter of fact, I got a payout of like $300 last week, mostly due to Get Baked with Michelle, because we all know about my accidental lost leader. If you don't know, go back to Oregon and watch that episode, and you'll learn a really smart business trick of managing to stay profitable.
That was a good lesson.
It really was a good lesson. Yeah, everybody, mind your prices, stay profitable. I raised the prices to 55 for this hoodie. On Nevada, it's official, but I have to go through and bulk raise all the prices in Shopify. Hey, Shopify experts, if you're not too expensive, let me know. I have some things that I need to do in there, and I'm not the expert of Shopify. So if you're watching and that's your shtick, drop and contact me. You might have a job, okay? Let's be real. Another entrepreneurial lesson. It's so true. We need help. No one's an island. It takes a village. Nothing happens
It
alone.
really
Thank you,
does.
Renee Leonard, for showing up with me, especially since you're not in the space anymore, I heard. Um,
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. There was this girl talking the other night and she had her facts all wrong.
so apparently, Renee goes to like a CCI. We used to go to this Cannabis Coaching Institute where I used to be a mentor and she was a student. That was the beginning of our relationship. Um, and she said that she wasn't in the industry anymore at the grad call. Hey, shout out CCI. Hey, they're pulling together a cohort right now, Cannabis Coaching Institute. It's actually called Cannabis Institute now. Corinne Tobias and Andrea Miharga over there running a great show, running a great program to get you all up to speed and empowered with education about cannabis. I worked there as a mentor for almost 3 years. Renee went through the program, and we both have we both really valued it, I would say, you know what I mean? And the community that we got from it was amazing. They're pulling together a cohort for February right now, and I recommend it. I think the program is awesome. I love the people there for the most part. And like, yeah, I mean, nothing's perfect in life. Okay. But like, if you want to know more about cannabis and helping people with it, I know some people and I recommend it. And I was a mentor there for, like I said, 2+ years. So, you know, you can't, what did I like? You kind of can't stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the grad mentor you never goes away.
It never goes away. It just keeps going. And to that extent, I'm using my same grad mentoring skills to um, try to create community here for Rep USA. You know what I mean? That's what this is all about. And our socials this week were amazing. You can thank Renee Leonard for her beautiful graphics and the amazing carousel. If you're keeping track like we're keeping track, we tried a carousel that was great because our blog was great. Because let's talk about Nevada for a minute. Like, as a company, I have been really favoriting Las Vegas for my events. I've been there once for an event that I hosted myself called Rep USA, or called Club Rep in 2024. It was hosted pretty much out of the Cosmopolitan and featured visits to 3 dispensaries and 3 lounges over our time there, which is an eye opener. It's a It was a cannabis hospitality experience that I think was doing what I want in the world, normalizing and destigmatizing and representing, the kind of enjoyable cannabis experience you can have in a place like Vegas. And I love Las Vegas because it is really good at hospitality. So if I'm nervous as an entrepreneur to host an event, at least I know Vegas has my back, kind of. You know what I mean?
That's a big step though, to host an event in Vegas. Yeah, that's nice to know they'd had your back because that's, I think, in itself is intimidating.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, okay, everybody, pay your own way. Meet me in
Mhm.
Vegas. Pay for your hotel. I'm throwing these parties. We're going to meet up at these dispensaries and have a good time. And that's pretty much what it was. It did feel kind of brave at the time, but it worked out awesome. I had a lot of attendees that were like surprising, like family members, for example.
Oh, your whole clan went, didn't
My
you guys?
whole
It was a
family
big,
went,
yeah.
and then extra family that I'm not as close with also came and wanted to enjoy it. And their big comment was like, "Oh my God, we should invite more family. You should do this again next year, and we should invite more family." So I'm really proud to have it be like a family event. There were couples, you know what I mean, older people, younger people, my cousin who's younger, and everybody was like, "Oh man, of course this was fun for me, but I really wish that I I am next year. I'm going to bring my husband, wife, sister, brother, friend, all that stuff who would also enjoy this. Brother, you know what I mean? Uh-oh, we might have lost Renee. Hopefully she comes back. So Las Vegas to me and to Rep Your State of Mind has been definitely useful. The second event that we had there, you're back. Okay.
Mhm.
The second event that we had in Las Vegas was with Alex Mitchell. She trained to be a hypnotherapist and practiced for a while and has deep roots with Hypnothoughts Live, which is like the largest hypnotist conference in America and globally. Actually, there's a second one that's in the UK that's also large. But I was like really pleased that because of my connection with Alex to be asked to host a cannabis wellness event there. And they gave me a
Awesome.
table and everything. And I hosted a party at the Dazed Consumption Lounge, which is located in the amazing Planet 13 entertainment complex, which is all cannabis based. It's the largest cannabis based like entertainment I've ever seen in my life. It is the largest dispensary in the world, I think, and it's crazy. We had a really good time. I had over 30 people come, and it was called the Dare to Be Well with Michelle party.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome.
Thanks. When's the next Vegas event? Amy Olson, thanks for joining us. You know what? Let me know. These both happened in the summer. These were both in July. So July is usually when we have Vegas events. And if you're interested in the Vegas event, you know what I mean? Like, hey, nothing makes me more confident about pulling together an event than people who already told me they want to go. So if you
And she
want
could
to
pull
go
the
to
event
Vegas
off
in
pretty
July,
quick
let me
too.
know.
So
Huh?
you could pull it off pretty quick too.
It's easy. Yeah, it's not too hard to do this. The format that I used, feel free to copy. It's like I sold something off my site, like a postcard, which has a very low price, but I charged a lot for it to cover all my costs. And that's why you should have a shop. If you're in business at all, you should have some kind of shop where you can sell stuff because that makes sense. Um, I love that it's legal there to have lounges and to experience that because together, I think that more people need to experience that. so that they can advocate for it where they live, since it's all of that is being decided legally at a state level right now. um yeah, it's
Yeah, I
important to
think people need to see what people are like out in public, right?
yeah,
Like,
what
I
it's
mean, it
like.
sounds ridiculous to say, but they need to see a bunch of stoners all in one room and see what happens. See that we're not going to cause any trouble. It's going to be all good.
It's so
They need
chill.
to see that. I think about the time I went to Vegas. I went in 2011, and obviously cannabis wasn't a thing back then. I mean, it was a thing, but it wasn't legal or there was no consumption, nothing fancy. So when I got there, I flew from New York to Vegas. It was a long flight, didn't bring anything with us. And I asked the like valet guy or somebody, and I was like, so where do I get some weed from? And he's like, just look for the people on the corner with the
Hi. That was in the pre lounge, pre dispensary Vegas days.
definitely needed to smoke. I needed something. So I wonder if those guys are still out there.
Less and less, because there's dispensaries, for example,
Mm,
and like Planet 13, for example, sends a shuttle that's free to every big hotel that you can just hop on and go to the dispensary. You know what I mean?
that's
So,
sweet. Okay, that's nice.
right?
That's
We
nice.
Our socials this week asked people to check in with us, talk about Vegas a little bit, and one of the things that got the most interaction and engagement was the topic of home growing, which I think is definitely worth exploring because there's two levels to this thing. Like, one, you and I are both home growers, so like, woohoo, good job, Renee. Yes.
Woohoo.
And advocating this choice of mine is and yours is about advocating for legality too, legal normalization and legality. Home growing is a huge part of that for me and for you. And it is all legal in Nevada to home grow. I want to thank the highest critic and you should follow them on Instagram at the highest critic. um, they also have like a blog where they review stuff. Try to find that. They commented like about home growing, the legality of it. Can I describe or something like that? And I was like, yes, I can, because I did look this up since I care. And the words make sense. It's like, you can it's legal. And it's like, oh, that's great. It's legal. Yay. Except here's the rules. It's legal if you live to home grow if you live more than 25 miles from a dispensary. So that
25
So
miles?
that makes it like a maze, you know what I mean? Like, how can you grow if you don't happen to live 25 miles from a dispensary, or if a dispensary opens near you, that affects your legal right to home grow. So
Yeah,
it
I'm
basically
thinking.
makes it impossible. It's like
Yeah, because
I
I live in the
commented
middle of
back,
nowhere, but there's a dispensary within 25 miles. There's a couple of them within 25 miles, and I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
you're in the middle of
That's
nowhere. So
bullshit.
you're like, right? Like, so it's you I'm glad that the highest critic engaged, and if you are like at all interested in having these kind of talks, we want to talk to you and talk
Yes.
about it here on Rep Your State of Mind, live. um that is one tactic in the legalization process that sounds good. Like, it sounds like it's legal, but it's not. Like, this kind of restriction is for like liquor stores, gun stores, dispensaries, all this kind of thing. Like, if you live within 25 miles of a drugstore, of a CVS, of a Walgreens, or whatever you have, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you can't make your own soap or what? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that just be stupid?
Yeah, right. There's no other industry that has those kind of regulations.
Well, there kind
I
of is.
mean,
Like, guns, alcohol. Here in California, there's like rules about schools can't be near a gun shop, that
yeah,
kind
I
of
guess
thing.
schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
So
there are
you can
some.
see the pattern of regulation here, but this is how aware you have to be as a voter and as an advocate, to
Mm.
be aware of these kind of shenanigans and not fall for this stuff. Like, that's bullshit. You cannot, it creates a maze, and then and it creates Like, I forget the right word, but functionally, it's illegal everywhere.
So do you think, like, let's say it's on the bill, we're getting ready to vote, and it's on the bill that home grow will be legalized, but you can't grow within 25 miles of the dispensary. Do you still vote to legalize it?
I mean, that's the
Or
question we got to ask ourselves. I'm sorry, I got like a big noise coming through. Really, hold on.
please hold. Yeah, so I'm curious, like, do you like, I don't, would you still vote to legalize it, or do you decline it? Do you deny the vote and hope that a better bill comes in place? That's kind of where I'm going. I'm sure we're going to vote yes.
Yeah, you know what? This is one of those times when it's tough. This is a call. Like you just have you like they're gonna pull this stuff on you. But it's like I think I would vote yes, even though and
Just
because
because,
and
right?
then
You
I would
can't trust.
hope to amend that, and I would use my power to talk about it. Like I would wear this and be like, you know what we need to change? We need to change this regulation right here. This regulation is unfair. This regulation doesn't work. This doesn't allow actually any home grow. It's sort of like a trick. You know
No,
what I
because
mean?
you're right, it's a trick. If they're being sneaky and they're not really telling people, or people aren't reading the law, people are now growing and doing all of these things. They can just come knock on their door and be like, "No, what you're doing is illegal. I'm taking it."
Right. Like, how would you even know if there's a dispensary within 25
And is
miles
that
of
because
you? Like,
do the dispos have their hand in the government there? Like, that sounds like they were the ones that were fighting.
you know what? It does seem to favor dispensaries, doesn't it? It's kind of like
Mhm.
capitalism, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, it's sus. I don't like it.
It is a little sus. So ideally, we don't want like maze like rules like the regulations like that. It comes to regulating. So because sometimes there could be like legality, like legal home grow, and then the regulation gets added later. This is how it works. You know what I mean? When I was at
Mm,
MJ BizCon, I learned a lot, met a few regulators in the cannabis space, and their job is really hard because they have to take the over law and then they have to interpret it. How's it going to work on the ground? You know what I mean? And people do vote for exactly this. Like you can easily see a campaign where they're like, protect children. You know what I mean? Like, don't have home growing within 25 miles of a dispensary. Stoners they don't need to home grow if there's a dispensary.
well,
There's so many things here about like the issue of how expensive pharmaceuticals are for geriatrics. It applies, to us too, but it's a sin tax on us. So it's morally okay to punish stoners in our laws. You know what I mean? Let's get into it, right?
yeah. Yeah, it's sad.
It is. So hopefully by wearing a sweatshirt, you can help the world the way you want it to be helped to make it better in the future for us and for our families, because this is a wonderful plant medicine. It doesn't deserve this. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
no,
I always
definitely doesn't.
I think to myself, if only cannabis had the PR of echinacea.
Oh my god, could you imagine? Could you imagine?
I would love to
Yeah.
like live in that world. So thank you to the highest critic for making our conversation about home growing, more well-rounded. And if you want to help us out, next week we're here for Arizona. Arizona is a legal state. I have had clients in Arizona. I have a cousin in Arizona who was on the cover. She used to run a consulting business, a business consulting business, and she was on the cover of like the Arizona like cannabis industry magazine for helping business planning for a cannabis business succeed in that state. So maybe I should call my cousin. But
Yeah, is she gonna be your guest? Like,
maybe she could be
hello?
my guest. I don't know. She's not on that anymore. She's doing totally different things. But she
Um,
helped me with my business plan for Canna Curious coaching. And I was really grateful for her assistance and support. And she was happy to help me, having had a positive experience in the cannabis industry previous to me. And really believing in, like this is a good idea for you to be in this industry. Some people are a little bit more disapproving, but not her. So good on my cousin. In Arizona, which we will be exploring next on our virtual road trip all around the USA with Rep Your State of Mind and our travel mugs. If you haven't been to repyourstateofmind.com yet, what the heck are you waiting for?
don't wait. I go every day. Every day. I don't even know what I'm in there for. I'm just like, oh, I'm just maybe I'll find something new today.
What do you think you're going to find new?
Oh,
Anyway, I'll let you know
I
if I
am
have
gonna get
new
a
things.
magnet.
Yeah, we do have a new bread magnet. Another thing that I'm teaching today, as a matter of fact, is the first private session of Get Baked with Michelle, the private baking class where I'm building a baking community. Let's get baked for better health, baking as a lifestyle medicine with freshly milled grains, Fuck ultra processed foods. Get them out of your life. The number one place to start, sandwich bread, if you ask me. Get the bang for your buck that everybody's looking for and get big poops. If you're interested at all, Get Baked with Michelle. It's on repyourstateofmind.com. Look up the Love Loaf apron. That's your ticket to getting into my baking community. Every month on YouTube, I'll be going live at the beginning of the month to create like a lesson. There's already one on my YouTube channel right here, right now. If you're watching this, it's this same channel. We have a course, Get Baked with Michelle. It has one lesson in it right now. If you buy the apron, then you get invited to the private sesh that's happening on the final Friday of the month. This today is the final Friday, so it's our first private sesh, and we're doing this all 2026. It is a yeast bread baking course with the Zoji Rushi magical machine that makes my goal is to make you successful in DIYing, successful in your advocating, and successful in your baking. How the easiest possible way. Putting on a
It is
sweatshirt is pretty
easy. She has made my life so easy in
thank
so
you.
many ways.
If you want to make medicine, I'll show you the easy way that I espouse completely. If you want to be an advocate, if you want to rep your state, if you want to advocate in your state, this is the easy way, as far as I'm concerned. Say it with your chest. Start a conversation without a word, right? Um, if you want to get baked and learn how to fiber max, how to eat more whole grains, how to heal your gut with diversity what I think the slice of bread is the easiest way. I'm going to share with everybody today some other resources of what led me down this path, like documentaries I watched about gut health that maybe you would want to watch, people I follow who are good at freshly milled baking that maybe you want to follow. Just talking about Get Baked with Michelle. That's what's going to happen at the session today. If you want to join, buy an apron. Hello.
Hello.
repyourstateofmind.com. Okay. More of this. All of that stuff is so good for you. Ways that we are prioritizing health and joy for ourselves and not relying on the government or food manufacturers. No one's coming to save us. We are here to save ourselves. And I'm here to make it as easy and foolproof as possible. That's where the bread machine comes in. It's easy. Thank you, Renee. Renee, I forced her.
Yeah, it was great though. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't
It's fine.
mind.
It's fine. I like to have good big poops.
Doesn't everybody? Okay,
Yeah.
so if you want to have that conversation, you know where to find us. Repyourstateofmind.com is your source for repping and for baking. And what else do I have for you?
You
I
need
have
the coupon code for Nevada.
right, which is ILEAFNV30. I leaf NV 30, which will actually make me $5 this time, as
No,
opposed to cost me $3.
that's right. We're on the up and up. Every week we get better
Every
at
week
this.
we
Every
get
week we
better and
get
better.
better at this.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Renee, once again, I want to say thank you for joining me and for being the repper that you are, for advocating in the state of New York, and for being on Team Cannabis with me and with everybody here. I appreciate you, and all of you better appreciate Renee too. And if you want her services, get in line. Where, Renee? Where do they get in line?
Facebook, Renee Leonard. It's Renee. It's at. I don't even know. Do people use their hashtags? I think I
I
say
don't
this
know. I
every
always put
time.
your Align and Shine school in the link below for.
Oh, and that works too. Align and Shine. I'm in school. I have a private community. You can find me on Facebook. I am on Instagram, Align and Shine with Renee, but Renee Leonard in all the places.
Right. I
Catch
did
me if
this
you
because
can.
school SKOOL, not school, like school.
No, yeah, no. SKOOL.
Yes,
Hashtag
yes,
Hey Renee.
yes. Oh my gosh, hi Marie Eve. I don't know when I'm going to go to Canada yet, but it's probably going to be another time. Maybe next year when we do rep Canada.
Ooh,
Oh, but it's like so many
it's only
provinces.
me.
There's
Yeah.
it's less. Maybe monthly. Maybe we'll rep
Interesting.
Canada monthly.
Oh, that could be a good idea.
That's an idea.
That's a good
And
idea.
then maybe we'll rep the world. Rep
Oh
countries.
my
All
goodness. And you know
right.
people. You know people.
Well, we do, because you know why? Because this plant is worldwide popular. This plant is a healer to humanity, and so she deserves our respect, and she deserves to have her name to be unbesmirched. You know what I mean? Thank you so
Yeah.
much, everyone here, for being on Team Cannabis with us, and we'll see you next week. If you're not in Get Baked with Michelle, um, I won't see you at noon, but if you are, I will see you then. And if not, we'll be here 10 o'clock Friday Pacific time, Arizona. Save today, only today. I Leaf Envy. See you next week. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.